Welcome back to our sweet home Nigeria. My name is Mrs. Augustina and help me welcome my friend.
Glory Ezema. Welcome again to our show. Alright, once again, we have a great topic. I know we have addressed the government. Now it's our time to address our youths again. So our topic today is our youths. We are pleading with them to have a humble beginning. So it's humble beginning for our youths. I know many of them have been looking for employment for a long time, which is fine. And in our other episodes, we really addressed the government and told them to do whatever it takes to make sure that our youths have employment. So, but now, going back to our youth, what we have realized is that sometimes when people or, employers offer them some jobs, they're rejected because they're all looking for like big shot jobs. But they don't know how to start from the grassroots and then grow to become rich. Because it looks like everyone in our country wants to become rich overnight. But it takes a humble beginning to get to where you're going. So that's why we're here today. So my dear friend, I know we've heard about the stories of our youth leaving the country and everything. They're all looking for,
better life.
Better life, exactly. But, it's always good to start in a very humble way.
Yes.
So what are some of the advice that you can give our youths in terms of the ones that are rejecting some jobs and they say, no, I'm bigger than this, I'm bigger than this. So, because we actually, I'm sorry to interrupt you a little bit before you start speaking. We live in diaspora, and we know that it takes time for people to get rich. Many of us have been in foreign lands for like 20 years, even before we finally made it. So, it's not something that comes overnight. So, life is a gradual process. So, that's why we are here today, to speak to our youths in terms of humble beginning. So, go ahead, my friend.
Actually, what I had wanted to say earlier is that grasses are greener on the other side.
Exactly.
And that's why even in diaspora over here, when richer people, the wealthy people from Nigeria come over here, you are not going to get them to stay because they look at it like, what are you doing over here? So though we are talking about our youths, those that just came out of school or those that have been carrying their CV from one company to another. A lot of them, I have one...
Sorry, when you say CV, you mean resume?
Resume.
That's what they call it in diaspora.
CV, yes.
But back home we call it curriculum vitae.
Yeah. They carry CV from one place to another looking for a job. Like my friend mentioned, yes, I have had some instances of a cousin of mine. I was talking about, he said, oh, I have master's degree in accounting. All right, but I'm not going to be a cashier at the bank. I say, if you get in the bank, the thing is that, why don't you get in? They didn't offer you the job in the first place. Oh, I'm not going to apply to be a cashier. But you can even be a janitor, I mean like a housekeeper, in a bank, and work yourself up and let them know the degree you have.
That's true.
So, to him, no. We talked about starting a small, get a store and start a business instead of you walking back and forth, wasting the little money you have looking for to be executive officer in a job or in a company that some people have been there before you. You want to come, you think you have a fresh idea, you have a degree, as a result everybody has to bow so you can get on top. It doesn't work like that. How it works is a gradual process. You got to start somewhere. So when we talk about a store, guess what he told me? He was like, oh, unless you open it and get a girl to sit there, because that's not a job for a boy. A man like me, I have a degree. I say, my dear, what counts? What we look at is the grain. We look at the money, the naira, or any other currency that any country uses or acknowledges as a means of exchange. But to him, he was dreaming about a big office with air conditioner, with obviously some kind of maid walking back and forth, cleaning for him, making coffee for him. It does not go like that. Even in America here, None of you will believe the type of job we did, maybe for 15 years, 20 years until we finish school. So, like my friend said, there is something we call humble beginning. If you start gradually, it's the process, then you will be able to know how to manage your income. You will be able to know how to save. You will be able to think about what your next step will be. You cannot start up. Because if you start up like that with no experience, you will surely go down.
Exactly.
It will be better you go little by little. Take what you see. There is no job here in America that is for a girl or for a boy. You need a job. If you can do it, they will offer it to you. The same thing in Nigeria, whatever. If your cousin or nephew or niece or your auntie overseas see that you've been out of school for 2 years and they reach out to you, whatever it is, try to start doing it so that you can be able to be helpful for yourself. You will be doing it, you can still be looking for your dream job. My dear, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. You know, I love everything that you told them. So our youth, our point is this. It's good to start with whatever you can get at this time. So whatever the government is offering, just take it. And then little by little, you can always climb the ladder of success. Because Rome was not built in one day. I know when you look at people in diaspora, they look like they've all made it. But just like my friend mentioned, it took a long time. Some of them were doing housekeeping jobs, others were doing dishwashing jobs, and little by little, they were able to get to where they're going. So it's not something that happened overnight or at a twinkle of an eye. So start from somewhere. There's little things that people can do. If it is mechanic, you can start your mechanic before you become an engineer. If it is making a basket, if that's what you can do to make money, little by little start making it. Because I mean, there's so many things that can be done in Nigeria. But the only thing is that don't let, it's not good for everyone to focus on just one thing. I have to be in an office, I have to be in an office. Start small business, whatever you can start. Any little thing that you can, little by little you will get there. That's what we wanted to advise all of you. Don't chase money. Chase what makes money.
And then money will chase
and then
you.
money will come, exactly.
You cannot chase money.
No, because if you do it like that, I mean, if you chase money, actually you cannot retain the money because you didn't start from the grassroots. The money will run away. So whatever you see, any type of job that you can get just to start with, take it. Don't act like, oh, you're too big to do this or you're too big to do that. That's not what people in diaspora do.
And not only taking the job, do it with your heart.
Exactly.
Do it as a job. Do it as, put your passion in it. Be creative. Make it what even, it will like entice other people to do the same job. Do it. Once you do it, you will see the blessings that will come with it because you're doing it out of your own heart. You give it all you can to make sure it becomes a success. But if you're doing it because your auntie or somebody else started the business for you, you think you're doing them a favor. That's not your class. You have a class. Oh, she want to be over there. That's what she want you to do. No, she's trying to help you. Or he is trying to help you. Either way it goes. Even if your neighbor or like your uncle at home call you to come and do something, maybe be a security guard where he works. Don't think like he's not doing you a favor. He just don't want you to get involved in things that are not good. So you can stay there and you will have proof. I used to work at such and such company. This is what I used to do. Getting up in the morning, doing a job until the end of the shift. Those things count and they ask credit to you wherever you're going to look for a job. Not every day you sit down, you're looking for an office job and you do not have reference. That's what we call it. We do not have reference.
That's true.
Because we don't know if you can wake up and be at the office by 8 o'clock. And we don't know if you can work at least for 8 hours or 6 hours a day, whatever the shift may call. Things like that, you have a trail. Oh, if he can do this, I think I will hire him. I think I will try him. I think he or she can be able to do this job. So please do not neglect the process of humble beginning. Do not neglect it because that's how my friend said Rome wasn't built in a day. It's a common saying. We just say slow and steady, you will win the race.
Exactly.
So what more advice you have?
All right,
them?
my other advice that I want to give is this. I know a lot of people in diaspora do their best to see how they can reach out to their brothers and sisters in, I
Back
call
home.
it back home. And most of the time, it's almost like, let me describe it. Let me just use something to describe it. It's almost like a rope. You throw a rope at someone that is in a valley. The intention of the person that threw that rope is for you to hold on to the rope and then climb up from the valley and get up to the mountain. But what we have realized recently is that people in diaspora, they throw the rope and the people just hold it and they hold it in the valley without using it to climb up. So let me bring it to our everyday life. When people in diaspora send you money, most of the time they don't send you the money to eat the whole thing. They send you money to start an investment, I mean start a business or do something with that money. So when you take that money and you eat the money, the next day you call them to send another money, the next day you call them to send another money, they get frustrated because you're not, I mean there's no improvement from what they're doing. But when they see that you're doing such a great thing with even the little that is sent you, then they will give you more. So that's, I mean, the intention is not just to, I mean, let me just say this again. No human being can depend on another human being 100%.
For their survival, yes.
Forever. No.
No.
All they do is just to help you to climb the ladder. They bring the ladder and it's up to you to climb that ladder. But if you have the ladder there, the ladder is standing there, and you're waiting for someone to hold it for you forever, it's not going to happen. And no amount of money that another human being can give you can sustain you forever.
You're right.
Because you have to, you have to have money to be able to take care of your own family. So if you're depending on people in diaspora, it can just be, it's just a temporary help. So whatever you get from them, use it to start something that can yield something even better for you in life. And then they will be grateful for what they have done, and they will even give you more. But if you keep on taking it and say, give me more, I mean, it's almost like we became gimme, gimme, gimme. People do not get rich from give me. You get rich from doing things on your
hard work, your hard-earned money.
Yes. So just to cap it all, our youths, we all love you. And that's why we're doing this. We are mothers that are crying for help.
For better tomorrow.
Exactly, for our children. Because we all have children too. We know how much other mothers have gone through to be able to raise their children. And they know that they're struggling so hard even to make ends meet. So every mom feels the same way in terms of their children. They want a better life for their children. And that's why we're doing this. So on your own part, play your part very well. Start from the, like we said.
From the scratch.
From the scratch and go up.
And move your way up.
Exactly. Don't chase the money. Chase what will make money or what will yield money. And then when people in diaspora send you something, it's a rope for you to climb up from the ladder. I mean, from the valley to the mountain. It's not for you to just hold on to the rope or cut the rope and then expect another rope to be thrown to you. So do your best and leave the rest to God.
Amen.
That's our topic today.
God bless you.
Yes, thank you so much for watching us. And share it with your friends. Share it.
That's right.
All right? So we'll keep on encouraging you. And if there's any other area that we need to address, that you feel that you want us to address, get in touch with us and we will address it as well. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much. As you keep on watching our weekly show every Saturday, that's a new show will come out. Please let us know if you have any concern, if you have anything that will encourage us to. So as you do that, send it and forward it to your friends. And we say thank you for watching us on a weekly basis. May God bless you. And I say bye.